Hey, what's going on? It's Jason from Shadows Fall. Welcome to yet another Shadows Fall drum lesson DVD kind of thing that we do for every album. Today I'm lucky enough to be at the Sweatshop in Brooklyn, New York, my good friend Tony's place, and we're going to go through some drum parts and explain the first single off our new album, Shadows Fall album, called Retribution, and this song is called Still I Rise. The intro to this song starts with a snare and bass drum rhythm that initially was inspired from the Modern Drummer 2005 DVD that I did a couple years ago. And it initially started as a two-handed ride pattern that I was playing on in the middle of my solo. It sounded like this. So one day while we were writing for Retribution, I was at the practice space just, working on that little groove, and Paul came in and he was like, hey, why don't you just play that, because I kept telling him, I said, I really think we can work this little groove into a song somehow, or like an intro or whatever. And he said, well, why don't you try doing it, but without, the busy hand stuff, just play a straight thing on the hi-hat. So we came up with this part. So that escalated from there, and Paul came up with another riff, then the guys came in, and then 2 hours later, we had a full song. So here's what the intro sounds like. So after we proceed through that intro part, then the kicks pick up to a straight double bass beat, and then I play a 3/4 pattern with the hi-hat that sounds like this. Then we come out of the intro and go into the verse. And the verse pattern is based on the guitar riff. The kick drum pattern is based on the guitar riff. It's not too busy. It actually started out a little bit busier, but once we got into the studio, Matt said, why don't we just, take a few of the kick drum notes out and just really hone right in with the guitar. So that's what we did. So this is what the verse riff for drums sounds like. That's the first half of the verse. The second half of the verse, it opens up to the crash cymbal, and we open the riff up basically, and I do a crash ride thing, and then I come back to that same verse beat again. So when we put that all together, it sounds like this. And so on and so forth with the verse. So then it goes back to the intro section again. We play that syncopated rhythm that we played at the beginning. And then we come to the chorus. And that's just a straight crash ride rhythm. And the chorus is a part that Paul wrote. We literally started the song with the intro riff that I had, and then Paul had the chorus riff, and then the guys filled in the rest. And like literally within 3 hours in the rehearsal room, we had a full song. So the chorus sounds like this. At the end, when the chorus lifts up, I go to the ride and do the... And then we go back to the verse, then to the chorus again, which brings us to the bridge section. And in the bridge section, I'm playing a tom rhythm that's basically based around the arpeggiated chords that Matt and John are playing. And when we get to that part, that sounds like this. comes out of the tom thing with the arpeggiated chords into a hi-hat beat, which ends with a build, and it ends actually with one of my favorite fills, which is the quad. You know, Ozzy. Then after that, we go into a straight double bass thing for the solo, and then, well, for the first part of the solo, then the second part of the solo is based over the same verse riff. Then we get to the end of that part, which brings us back to the last chorus. And it repeats the chorus again, and then the song's done. So there you go. Still I Rise.